Could my right honourable friend confirm whether or not he's seen the analysis that has been conducted by the government that shows, and apparently it is excellent, a modelling that the government has done, far better than anything it did in the run-up to the EU referendum, that shows that if we were to crash out with without a deal and rely on World Trade Organisation tariffs, our projected increase in productivity and growth for our economy would be reduced by 7.7%. Do you think that's what his Remain voting constituents in the majority voted for?
Of course it isn't, and it isn't true, and I've written at great length on that elsewhere. Unfortunately, with only 10 minutes, I don't have time to go into a detailed rebuttal of those proposals, but we know that the Treasury modelling got entirely the wrong answer for the first 18 months after the referendum. Their short-term forecast, which should be easier to do, was massively wrong, forecasting a recession. I and a few others in the referendum put our forecasting reputation on the line by saying there would be growth after a no vote, an out vote, rather than the Treasury forecast. We were right then. I'd like to assure my honourable friend that I haven't voted for anything that's going to make us poorer. We will be growing well as long as we follow the right domestic policies. It's complete nonsense to say that there's going to be that kind of hit. It implies that we lose over half our exports to the European Union, and it doesn't give a proper reflection of what would happen to our trade adjustment were anything that big to happen. But I want to concentrate on the customs union, because it is, I'm sure my honourable friend wants me to concentrate on the customs union because she shares my wish that the government is well supported if the opposition decide to have a third go at voting through customs union or a customs union membership. I'd remind the House we have twice had very big votes in the Commons, where the Commons, by a very large majority, has voted against us staying in the or a customs union, once as an amendment on the Queen's speech and once on the EU withdrawal bill. I hear that some Labour members may have changed their minds. They want to do it again. I'm a Democrat. The opposition has its own ways of doing what they want to do. But I would urge them not to vote to try and stay in the customs union. Above all, for the Labour Party, are they not at all worried about poverty in the emerging market world? Do they not think it is wrong that we place huge tariffs on tropical produce from poor countries, produce that we can't grow for ourselves? Wouldn't it be great when we're outside the EU customs union to be able to take those tariffs down and give those countries more of a hope of promoting themselves by good trade, and at the same time benefit our customers by the cheaper tropical products we'll be able to buy? Can't we do good trade deals with those emerging market countries across the piece, because the tariff barriers are too high and there could be mutually advantageous changes if we were free to do that? So I would urge the Labour Party to remember its roots in campaigning against poverty and to join me in saying the best way to get the world out of poverty is to get high tariffs down off the emerging market countries, which the EU imposes and which I certainly don't agree with. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, to the government, please make sure you remind